We're down to 10, and I got my first taste of being a West Tigers fan, and I didn't like it. I now know what you Tigers fans have gone through all these years. I've been writing for the last 2 weeks. Tigers, we can dream. We can death ride all the other teams, even though I have nothing against any of the other teams. But if they lose their games and you win your games, we could get our way to the finals. And what do? You fall at the first hurdle. Joel, I now know what you people have been suffering for 25 years.
Oh, I know. Very sad. Great to see. What about the flick pass?
Yeah.
In front of the old boys there at 2005, the mighty flick pass, but Toddy Payton got the job done.
Quintessential West Tigers performance. Well, is it performance? Way to lose a game. Sunday afternoon, win, and your dream is alive, as you say. It's a stacked crowd. They're celebrating a premiership. You're 12 points up with, 15 minutes to go. Find a way to lose it.
But anyway, the Roosters losing still makes it interesting because the Dolphins and Manly have a chance. I told you about the damn August wall, and you laughed at me. You laughed at me about the Dolphins have hit the wall.
The August record, it's alive.
I got it wrong. It's actually 3 wins in August, but I'm only stalling because I want us to seem magnanimous. It's been a very big week, a very big week. I don't know where there's so many to choose from. Let's start it off with some of the so-rights.
I hate to do it to you, but we're going to Undersville, boy, to kick off the best bet multi. Under 40.5, Storm Bulldogs. The 2 best defensive teams in the comp by a pretty big stretch. Unders, yes, please.
Warriors minus only 2.5. Are you kidding? Warriors against the worst team in the comp. Put some respect on the Warriors' name.
The Broncos minus 10.5. Surely they win easy, don't they?
Well done.
Well done all. And all, may I say, hands and heels winners.
Or there was a few nervous moments for me on Friday night. There was a few points left out there, particularly by the Bulldogs, which we'll probably get to a bit later. But your 2 were just in a canter.
Hang on, am I seeing, there are 2 very distinct flares
Juicy
that we
flares.
nailed as well. I don't know. We'll get to them as we go through the games. What is before we get through the games, Joel Caine, your overview, who do you feel better about going forward at the end of this weekend? Canberra had a win. That means they're probably going to finish first. Probably could finish second. Do you feel better about the Dogs? Brisbane, top 4 now is really looming as a possibility. So all of a sudden their stocks are rising.
Yeah.
Melbourne.
Who's the big winner out of the weekend? Who's the big winner? Is it Canberra? Canberra with the 4-point buffer.
Yes.
They might not see Penrith again.
So I think I've officially run out of excuses to look for reasons that they probably can't win the comp. I had my doubts about them going into that game, just going against, this is the real deal, Panthers.
Yeah.
But they just won't go away. You can't kill them. Ethan Strange. He is airborne.
He's on that plane, isn't he?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, no question. It's just a question, will he play 14 or will he be...
He's in the 22.
18th man and Tom Dearden gets 14.
And now with them all but having sewn up the minor prem, you get the Wars in week 1 in Canberra. Very, very short price favourites, all right? So they're guaranteed... Whoa.
Canberra versus Brisbane week 1 is a very interesting game.
It's not locked in, but we might have a look at the top 4 odds later. But the Wars are in the box seat to hold on to it. And that is a huge leg.
Okay, here's my question. All right, here you go. I love trying to. In fact, we'll play Joel So Right in a second, but let's roll the vision of Canberra versus Penrith, if we may, to just drink this in. Unbelievable night. I actually thought the other game was better, but this game gets remembered because of the finish for the next 30 years. This took 60 minutes to really go up a level, but boy, it's a game for the ages now. What's the Friday night final? Canberra versus Brisbane, because remember they love starting with a bang.
Oh, yep.
Or Melbourne versus Canterbury. Friday, see, yeah. I think if it's Canberra Warriors, it'll be Melbourne Canterbury to start, because they want to just put it out on the table. This is what we're about.
Just look at this kid go, will you?
Yeah.
I reckon he went through Cleary about 6 times in this game. And Cleary's a great defender. He just pushed him away. We had Bobcat on the interviews here, the Legend Series, and this is before he was going berserk. I said, of all those great New South Wales kids you've coached, I said, who's the one? He said, mate, Ethan Strange. Ethan Strange.
It's obvious. I mean, I think he made his debut in Melbourne and they got beat 48-2, but he just did a couple of things. He was in the centres where you thought, I see what everyone else sees. Right. So Penrith here, they're not going to finish top 4. Well, unlikely to finish top 4 now. Their aim is to get that home final, well, at least a CommBank home final. And probably, I'm guessing, Sean, look, their position's not as bad as it may seem because they'll 6v7, win that, you're more likely to get Canterbury in week number 2. They'll fancy their chances against Canterbury, and then if they win that, Canberra in week 3. I mean, that's a hell of a projection there I've just given you.
They'll fancy their chances against anyone, and the market will as well. I think they're only outsiders, and it might just be by a hair they'll be outsiders if it's against the Melbourne Storm. I think they're favourites. Well, we saw they just played Canberra on neutral turf and were favourites there. I know, forget about the result. But that will ring true for the whole final series.
Are they favourite? Prelim final, Canberra versus Penrith, are they favourites?
Probably.
Anyway, we've got a long way to go.
Depends if the Raiders have the week off. There's a lot of water to go under that bridge, Dan. But
really quickly, boys, sorry. Dogs are not officially in the top 4. They're $1.08. Warriors $1.72.
$1.08.
So they're not in it.
Gobble that up.
No,
they've got to lose. Well, okay, it comes down to the Cronulla game. If you think they can lose and will lose against Penrith, then they've got to beat Cronulla.
Yep. So that's
$1.08
short, their way.
Actually. Right, actually.
Sharks 3.10, Broncos $4.
Oh, I like that.
Big race.
$4. All you need to do is have the Warriors lose one. Here's great game. Tyron Wishart, excellent contributor. What's scary for me, Joel, is that Melbourne are doing this. And again, they still don't look their best, and their best team is not on the park. You know, their spine has only been on the park for 8 games this year.
That's the big advantage Canberra have had, right? The fluency. They're the one team who's had pretty much the same team all year. This kid's a gun, Kiraz. And boys, not forgetting as well, Will Warbrick came back this week.
Yeah.
Scored a try in the Queensland
Cup. Did you see the try scored? Yeah.
I didn't see the try, no.
Yeah, it was excellent. The solo.
Looks good.
Took on a couple.
Yep.
Scored a try. So you would probably think he might be next week. They might give him one more. But he looked fit and firing.
Okay.
So if Dan thinks it's rest the clock this week, he'll come straight in.
Yeah, probably.
He'll come in. If you want to get him in now.
Yeah.
But okay, so you're saying he goes straight on the wing. Grant Anderson come in for Seve, or do you keep Seve?
Well, Seve hasn't played much. If you don't Meaney probably needs a rest.
Yep.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about going forward.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, Harry Grant, 2 weeks for the shoulder charge. It's likely Melbourne play Canterbury week 1, 2v3. You've presented an interesting case with Canterbury, not guaranteed top 4. Do you feel better about Canterbury in week 1 after what you saw?
Well, I didn't feel too bad about them last week against the Roosters. Like they were -5, I think, penalties against. They were just giving up so much yardage that against anyone in the comp, it's very hard to sustain that. A couple of tries they conceded off kicks as well. And I think all things being equal, they had, like Kiraz dropped the ball over the line, Harry Hayes as well, he dropped the ball just short of the line. They created enough chances to win the game, probably on more than one occasion. Just couldn't ice it. And I think Seraldo probably, you could tell from his body language and what he actually said in the press conference that I think he said they haven't lost any admirers from that performance. Yep. Hard to forget about the result, but they're still going okay.
And you could think, well, the best part was obviously the field goal hitting the post and then Camp. No. The best part, so I'm going to get the right camera now because I want to get this right. The best part was this. It was the Flair associated with game number 1.
Yes, I'm tipping the Raiders, but the problem that Ricky Stewart has, the right-hand side of the Raiders will be targeted. Left centres versus the Raiders, it is a tickathon. Flair's two or more McLean, boys. That's the one.
Beautiful.
I was calling the game.
$10.
$10.
Well, this is even better, which didn't land, but I was calling the game, and I get a text through on the text board. Good on you, Sugar, get him onside. He said, what did he say? He said, if they score a third one, please say important to someone, one for the hat trick.
Oh, and he had plenty of time. We got the 2 up in the first half.
Yeah, that's right.
And if you went even further and tied it in with Canberra to win, I reckon you're getting $30 there.
Oh, yeah.
Because the Casey McLean scores a double.
Yeah.
But anyway, hey, no complaints. A double-digit Flair again. That's another double-digit Flair we've pulled for you. West Tigers versus Cowboys. I'm I'm not sure where we go here in terms of analysis of futures because they're both done now. West's Tigers would have to win by 150 over the next 2 weeks and have 5 results go their way. Where we failed, Sean, we didn't capitalise on this being an easy overs game.
Great coach's try, sorry, boys. Send them in, come back. That's Benji. That has got Benji written all over it. That's got Benji written all over it. The flick pass.
And the Cowboys, we've spoken about the Cowboys' right edge defence pretty much the whole year, Sugar, has been a real concern for them. And, you just said it there. They just kept on any opportunity they had to go left, the West Tigers, they did. And more often than not, they cashed in. Would have been nice to see Scotty Drinkwater just sort of show and go himself there from a purely selfish perspective. But, yeah, good on you, Scotty, for passing that
just
one.
Especially when you had another multi go into that multi. But anyway, I digress.
Did you see that last try? If you watch it back, we'll get a chance. Dearden goes through. He's quick enough.
Yep.
Braden Burns has got wheels. And Purdue just cruised up, didn't he?
He has got gas.
Wow.
Serious gas.
He sure does. Speaking of gas, it's time to do this.
Well, he's made the kick, important to some.
Let's start off with a very wet and wild Thursday night. What was the official crowd there at A Course?
Announced crowd 7,000.
7,000. I reckon we can probably cut that in half. Anyway, this was very important to some. Tyrone Munro gets the ball about 15 metres out. He goes past one, he goes past two. And poor old Gutho's looking up and he just gets the shake and bake, bang, bang. So the total in this one started 45.5 in the week. We know all the rain that Sydney had and it tumbled, Sugar. It tumbled and tumbled and tumbled into 38.5. It was 34.
Wow.
Blocks. Tyrone Munro goes length of the field, converts the try, 40-0, overs, unders, backers. I really do feel for you. That was important to some.
Wow.
The next one, similar sort of vein. Titans junk time tries. This has cost us a couple of times throughout the year. So the scoreline here, it's 32-6. The total's 48.5 with about 7 minutes to go. Bo Fulmer goes through. He's scored a couple of those tries this year. And again, 2 minutes later, Brian Kelly goes through. Just two absolute of the junkest tries you'll ever see because the game was over for the Wars. Goes over 48.5. Important to some.
Now, I thought of one today. Well done. That was important to some. I don't know if we have the appropriate vision to go with it. Do you know what I'm talking about? You had a Flair, Broncos minus 29.5.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden these garbage time tries as Reece Walsh and his friends have a party and the Broncos win 46 points to 12. It's a win that, well done, Joel. I don't know what odds you got there, but
$6.
$6 and $10.
Said very confidently.
Please.
Well, I'll tell you right
yeah.
now, I'll put it on the feed. I'll tell you right now, folks, I'm going to do the exact same bet for the Sharks against the Knights at home this week.
Yeah, I like
2 o'clock, Sunday afternoon. Same. It's just copy-paste. Do you agree?
Yeah.
What's frightening is that Newcastle had a real go and they still got pounded. 20-12, they make one bad error and Brisbane scorched them after that. But look, I know they didn't beat much the Broncos. I thought they were very impressive. And Reece Walsh is back to his confident best, which means anything is possible.
So, well, he did have some really good moments. But if you just arrived from Mars on the planet Earth, and I say to you, Joel, welcome to Earth, I want to tell you about Reece Walsh. He does some really good things, but he does some things that you scratch your head over as well. You play that game. There was a couple of moments where you thought, Reece, what the hell are you doing? Yeah. But then he goes and beats 10 himself and scores a try. Like, he had it all in that game.
That was important to some, him scoring.
Yeah.
He gave one away.
That would have been the biggest importance of some of the year.
Didn't this bloke cut up rough? So Reece Walsh, now he remember works for a bookmaker. It would have been in his interest for Reece Walsh not to score and give it to Kobe Hetherington because no one's on Kobe Hetherington. Oh, he's Ormerod is just blown up on the feed.
Well, I'm the punter's pal.
And he's thinking of the poor old customer service people.
Yeah, exactly.
Inundated.
Oh, the phones have been off the hook. Yeah.
Right, Eels versus Roosters. Well done, Parramatta. Geez, they played well last night. Roosters, are we putting a red line through them, Joel?
No, not at all. No, I actually think they'll bounce back. No Daniel Tupu. Walker comes off. They're a good side. And we said last week this was a trappy game. They had have some big games too, boys. So it wasn't completely unexpected. This bloke here, far out.
Ridiculous.
If there was a decathlon, I'm backing him. Is he the most athletic player in the comp?
Probably.
Oh, I've never seen anything. I've never seen it with that consistency. I've never seen it with that and the ease of which he does it. Mitchell knows it. If he's fit next year, they at least can be a finals contender, Parramatta. What about blowbacks?
Yep.
And then watching back some highlights, I'm not saying Parramatta's win was fluky because it was not. They thoroughly deserved to win, but there's a lot of fluky tries. But that's the reward you get for having all that attacking possession.
There's probably nothing more I love than the next week backing a team that serves up 22 errors. They completed at something like mid-50s, the Chooks. And again, fluky tries. Scoreline looks horrific for them, but you can fix that so
You're not
quick.
selling them, mate.
No. But
you're selling them, Dan.
You've got to get there first. This is the issue.
Yeah, they've got to get there. I think they'll make it. They'll make it, but it's going to be a hard test. That's the problem with the Roosters. They have one of those in them every now and then, and I think they were on the way to that even before Walker was injured because they were being run over by Parramatta. This is a repeat of the Cronulla game from a few weeks ago, and that's why I'm a little sceptical. As good as they are, that they can win 4 in a row. I'll tell you what, I'm not sceptical about. It's this.
Thank you, Dan. Look, we're getting to that stage of the year where pressure, some eat it, some get eaten by it, where big kicks, big field goals can make a difference, and there is a common denominator with the misses. Now, this is the miss kick, rare miss kick, of course, mind you, for Nathan Cleary, who we know can handle the pressure, but when you're rushed, when you're forced to rush, often you hook it. You hook the ball. When you see missed kicks under pressure, most are hooks. Let's go back to the Fogarty one. This one wins the game, probably with 4 minutes to go. This is a kick he gets 99 out of 100. He rushes it. He moves in, bang, hooks the kick. All these simple misses under pressure. For some reason, they hook it. You've got to stay on the ball, go through your process. Tanner Boyd, a few weeks ago, he had a chance to win the game against the Knights, I think you'll find it was. This is a kick he gets 99 out of 100, moves in, and can't take the pressure, hooks it.
They kick it too hard.
They hook it. So whether you account for knowing this is a big kick, I need to give it a little bit more to the right-hand side if you're a right-footed kicker, or you just got to remind yourself, breathe, process, take it slow. I can't rush this kick and hook the ball.
Fogarty didn't have a great as good as Canberra were in the finish, I didn't think he had a great last few minutes. And I think there might be some nerves next time. Not that he can't match them.
It's a gift.
Very good stuff there. The sound, see, I'm getting ready for my game, Melbourne-Canterbury, and I'm watching the Panther growl married up with the ball hitting the post, right? But I still think the post made that metallic sound. Did you hear that?
No, I
but
didn't
I'm not
hear
sure if it was the growl or the growl and the metallic sound, because I made some reference to that's the loudest goalpost sound since Benny Alliance.
It did move. It moved a long way.
Yeah.
Did
But for the sake, like our top final system, top 4, top 8, that's millimetres.
Yes.
Like because it hit the inside of the post.
Game of inches, Shook.
Not even inches.
I'm not going to let you say they should pick their Manly versus Dolphins. Manly versus Dolphins. Both are now tied. It does feel like, Joel, the only side that could make the finals realistically is Manly. They're the ones that come out of this game with a hope. Dolphins, it really does feel like they've been snuffed out.
If they play like this in wildcard round, geez, they're going to go good, Dan.
This was the perfect game for Manly. They needed 2 things. They needed Brookvale Oval, and they needed daytime footy with a bit of sun, because we said throughout the week they needed to just cut the shackles, start moving the footy around, and that's exactly what they had, something like 21 or 22 offloads or something. That's what they needed to do when they had no forwards. You just had to move the Dolphins around the park a bit, try and tire them out.
So Manly 200-1 to win the comp. The interesting one there is top 8, $8.50. Now I need the camera because I've got to say something about Joel Caine, and he just reminded me. The frustration of Joel Caine is bubbling that he's not getting as many ideas committees on here as he used to, because we've sort of stopped that a little. So what has he done?
Trojan horse.
He's gone to the Sydney Sun Herald and he's written half of Adrian Proszenko's article. You should invoice him here. Adrian Proszenko's 10 ideas to fix the game. 5 of them are his. 5 of them are his. 5 of them are his.
He's better than that, Proszenko.
That's how angry I am about this, is that I'm acknowledging the Sun Herald on a Fox show. But anyway, Unbelievable. You got to have your outlet.
Oh,
don't
he
you?
called me, actually.
I like.
Good to have your company, AP.
Hey.
He called me.
Very good. You are an ideas man, but we just got to temper it. We just got to, on this show, what we don't have to temper is buying or selling. I'm just reading some of these great ideas here. Why would you want to turn the clock down with 5 minutes to go in the game? You want to turn the clock off so the fans don't know how long there is left in the game.
I never said that.
Well, apparently you did.
No.
Time off in final 5 minutes.
No, not time off. Time off. Not the time off.
So stop the clock.
Hang on.
Ball in play.
No field goals after the 75th
There thinks there's a blindfold
minute.
going over the scoreboard.
Because they did that in AFL.
Yeah,
Hang on, this is all you. No field goals after the 75th minute.
Yep, because they are all.
Is that in there?
Yes.
That is you.
I've got another one for you.
You're kidding.
You got time?
I'll
Adrian.
let you have one, but you got 10 seconds.
Okay. If Sharks Park got a home final, the money goes to the National Rugby League, right? So they've capped out at 11,000. Yeah. Why wouldn't they say, Sharks, give us anything we get over 11,000 people tickets, we will give you the cash, right? Because we can only make 11,000 where you are anyway.
They've done that.
But we can't play there.
They've done that. Remember the Dragons? They offered them $250,000 to move the final against Parramatta from Cogra when Jared Hayne danced his way through, and the Dragons said, "No, thank you. We want to play Parramatta at home," and they got dusted.
Yeah, but Sharks need the dosh.
That's true. That's true.
And you can't play a final.
That's ID number 11.
All right. Buying or selling? Jareen Buller, what are you talking us through here, Shauno?
I like Benji ball. When you start to play like Benji Marshall, West Tigers, you invariably score miraculous tries. Now, you've probably seen this by the time you're seeing it now, again, probably 50 times, but you should be watching it. Now, caveat, I sent this through to producer Gibbo when they were winning the game because it was going to be a celebration of a big famous victory at Leichhardt. But
and a multi.
Alas, and a multi. Move the footy around. You're not going to beat many teams, West Tigers, just doing your old kick to the corners and completing at 95%. No good. Move the ball around. Stuff like that will happen. I'm buying that.
Start the second period of extra time where the ball was played. I mean, did he come up with any ideas, Adrian?
Is it Shook's photo in that article?
I didn't see that. Now, this is not a sell because this is going to sound harsh. It's what's less than leasing. We're leasing this. Sponsored promotion this week, Country Footy.
Yeah.
Right. Now, this was magnificent at Mudgee, right? This is fantastic, right? But if you're going to have a Country Footy round, and this is not an NRL initiative, it's a Telstra initiative, and they've been great sponsors, Telstra, but you got to have more than one game. You can't just have the other 7 games wear the socks, okay? You can't start Country round, South versus Dragons in front of nobody at Homebush. That's all. It's a small little thing. It's a small little thing. And a small little buying before we get to Joel. Those Broncos jerseys today, with the collars and predominantly white. I've just thought of that. That's why we got no picture.
Just buying the 2 milestone men and the teams who got around them for massive wins. Ben Hunt, this bloke here, Daly Cherry Evans, 350 within 24 hours of each other. It's quite remarkable. And who's going to be the next player to even challenge this type of thing? Is there a player out there who...
350? Don't know, Shook.
That's what's called a question without notice.
Yeah,
it's a good question.
I just wonder, is there a player who in the next 10 years is on path to do that?
There would be.
So well done.
Nathan Cleary.
Nathan Cleary?
I mean, because he started so young, he's only got to keep playing and he'll do it.
Yeah, he'd be the one.
Well done. And amazing, isn't it? 350, and they're both within a day of each other. Let's take a break, and we're going to look at... Now, we nailed this last week. Not only did we get the best bet multi, we got the early bird best bet multi because we looked at the odds and we nailed each one in terms of where the line would move, and it helped that we got the game right as well. And we'll do that right after this. Get them on side. Time is short, so I don't have time to do a Dallas Cowboys documentary review. We'll do it properly on Wednesday, Thursday. I'll just say this. It's The Last Dance, adults only, and it's very, very good. Right, something that hopefully is very, very good is our futures forecast. Let's get to the odds for this week. Joel jumped on. We're all going to jump on the one Joel's going to jump on.
Roosters 7.5 plus.
Yes, please. No Harry Grant.
Yep.
Nothing adults only about the Dolphins minus 2.5. That starts bigger than that.
Well, I'm suspecting Roosters will rest. Melbourne will rest players this week, so it mightn't be 7.5 for much longer for me. Broncos, last 2 wins against the Cowboys are 13 plus in Townsville. That 6.5 is going to go up. The way the Broncos are playing, 6.5. We'll put that on the multi. We did that last week. We'll put that on the feed. And don't forget, get the feed and you can see all our bets. And we will see you Wednesday for the full podcast. Thursday night after the footy, after Matty Johns. Get them onside.
What's gambling really costing you? For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.